What up, guys? So today I'm going to be looking at Turtle WoW. So you may know I've been playing Ascension for yonks, like literally years, and first impressions of Turtle WoW. So I think one of the things that I am disappointed with Ascension that Turtle WoW actually brings is the proper classic experience. One times, slow leveling. You've actually got to do quests. You can't just hop in a dungeon and queue and spend forever leveling in a dungeon. That's pretty dull. Like, fast leveling, if you're still required to do quests, is great. But if people are able to get around the quest system and just, you know, hop into a dungeon from, level 10, level 15 up to level 70 and do it within a day, it feels kind of dismissive of the whole leveling experience. And WoW is like 1 to 60, so it's not TBC. Maybe they'll change it if and when they get to that point. But it'd be nice if the classic experience on Ascension was as good as Total WoW. Now, Total WoW is not perfect. It's got its issues. It is incredibly hugely populated right now, and this is like peak time, so it could generally be a lot worse. The community seems incredibly well friendly. When you start, you instantly put in a guild that you can leave at any time. You can do hard mode, which is this thing. Like, you get one life and that's it. If you die, you're no longer playing that character. Um, which is not great, but you do actually get reward, which is nice. You get mount and title, I think a tab as well. So it's not like it's a waste of time starting it, but it could generally be better in the sense that more modes like that. Like Ascension, the only thing it does well is like the game modes like Nightmare and Iron Man and Survivalist and you know all that kind of stuff. Not a fan of high risk, never liked high risk. Whereas Total WoW generally has hard mode and that's it. It'd be cool if you had other modes, but again, it's not mandatory. It's not needed. I don't see the appeal. I might die if I keep going that way. They look high. Jumping around the graveyard. I think it's generally just a decent server Total WoW, but it takes its time. You know, it takes time to do things, which is it's good. And I like the classic experience. I like the leveling. It's slow. It's well paced. It's a proper classic experience, and it's not really like TBC based. It's pure classic WoW. Just every spec is playable. It's not like you've got like meme specs like Melee Hunter. You've got Shaman tanking, you've got Melee Hunter, I think. You've got like all the Warlock specs work, all the Mage specs work. It's not like it's going to screw you over trying out a spec that isn't um, seen as like classic meta. Like you can play any class with any spec and it still works. Um, but I just think it needs a little bit more challenge at early level because I did the starting zone, not much challenge there. I haven't done much. I have done sort of level 12 as my highest, so it's generally like really first impressions. I do feel like the challenge is not there at the moment, but it could get there later on. I'll do another video when I get a 60, I think. But yeah, like the quest are there. There's some extra zones. Like this bit is new, which is kind of cool. Adding new zones to sort of fill out the leveling experience is really handy. Bear in mind that it's still the classic world, so you just don't get much of the end game leveling. Like 55 to 60s used to be a pain. This might not be. You never know. But yeah, that's first impressions of Turtle WoW. Hopefully, I get into it more. But it's kind of a toss up between how I want to play because Ascension does like custom builds really well, but recently they've gone to shit. So it's kind of a question: how do I want to play the game? And I'd much rather play the classic leveling experience and do that with a high pop server rather than deal with Ascension's awful bouncing. But that's a different story. Yeah, yeah, that's it. So that's my first impressions of Turtle WoW. I'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoy the video and of it. don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.